The Education Secretary has condemned the decision of Rotherham Borough Council to remove 3 children from the care of a couple because they're members of the UK Independence Party. Michael Gove said the decision is indefensible. Rotherham Council said it's launching an immediate inquiry and that it has taken the action because of UKIP's stance on immigration, as the siblings were EU migrants. Now, speaking to BBC News this morning, the head of Children's Services at Rotherham Borough Council, Joyce Thacker, said social services took the decision because the children's long-term needs were not being met.
People can move any political party, but I have to weigh up the appropriateness of placing children in certain settings. So I might be criticised, for example, of placing Pakistani children in a non-Pakistani household, for example, if the birth family were keen that they remain brought up in that faith and that culture. Because I would be having to think to myself, can the host family, the foster carers, meet the cultural and ethnic needs of the family? So there's absolutely no difference to this one, really. So as I say, in different circumstances, they're perfectly good foster carers, but I had to take the decision in conjunction with legal advice as to the longer-term future for the children.
Well, earlier I spoke to the leader of the UK Independence, Nigel Farage. He described the Council's decision as appalling and said it had been motivated by political bias.
Well, we believe that we should be in control of our own borders, as every normal country in the world is. And we think that in 2004, to have opened our doors to unlimited numbers of people coming in here from Eastern Europe and the Baltic states was an irresponsible thing to do. Irresponsible because what it's meant is an oversupply in the unskilled labour market at a time when unemployment is rising, and in particular youth unemployment is now running at 21%. It's led to huge pressure on social services and increasing division within society. So we're all for people coming from Poland to do jobs here on work permits if needed, but not to have an open door, not to have entitlement to the social security system. And we're trying to start a real debate because on the 1st of January 2014, our doors open to a further 29 million people from the even poorer countries of Romania and Bulgaria.
OK,
so
but what about this specific case, though, these children? Should politics come into where children are fostered?
Well, absolutely not, and certainly not in the case of UKIP. We are a non-racist, non-sectarian political party.
What about this particular case,
The point I'm
though?
making... Well, the point I'm making is...
Would you say that these children, then, should be in this country?
I don't know the specific backgrounds of these individual children, how they came to be in this country, or what circumstances they've come from. What I do know is that this couple, who are former Labour supporters, yes, they're members of UKIP. They've been foster parents for the last 7 years. It is a very difficult job. It is a very vital job in our society, and they were giving those children love and stability and all the things they need so that they can go on and proceed in life, and they have been discriminated against by a Labour-run council on the basis that they support a party that says we shouldn't be part of the European Union and we should control our borders, and that is the most appalling prejudice.
Have you talked to the couple, Mr Farage?
Yes, I have. I spoke to them earlier this week, and they were very, very upset. And their priority and my priority is that they should be placed back on the foster register, allowed to get on with what they've been doing very well for the last 7 years. But I also feel that heads must roll at Rotherham Council because this is outrageous.
The Labour Party has called for an investigation. It is a Labour-run council. What can your party do, though, to help this situation, if anything?
Well, as I say, we're publicising this case, and we're doing it not for political ends. We're doing it because we want this couple to get back on the register. We'd like those children to be returned to them, and we'd like the people inside Rotherham Council who are guilty of this prejudice to be removed.